You don't say what you will do, won't do. Everything should be on the table, and you want to encourage the North Koreans to forego their programs to have nuclear tipped missiles that with further and further range. That's the goal here, and the whole world needs to share that goal.
In terms of authorizing missile defense or anything specific that Congress could
I think our takeaway is that North Korea is a growing and urgent threat to the region and frankly long-term to the United States, and that we have to take some concerted action. We have legislation, as many of you will recall, that we passed in the last session, legislation I authored along with Elliot Engel, that would give the administration the ability to bring sanctions on North Korea, but also that advanced into the UN and into the Security Council, and that same concept was passed with the support of Russia and China. So what we're discussing today is the nature of the cooperation, the nature of the threat. I can't give you the information that's classified, but what I will tell you is there's additional legislation which we're going to move very quickly that will also choke off some of the hard currency that this regime uses for its nuclear program.
I think to the degree there is a diplomatic key to resolution of the threat that North Korea poses, both in terms of their improvements to their ballistic missile program as well as their efforts to miniaturize a nuclear weapon and marry the two technologies. If there is a diplomatic path, it runs through China. And I think the approach we need to take with China is to impress upon China that we are going to have to take steps to protect ourselves and our allies in the absence of more vigorous action by China to rein in their neighbor.
Something that we can just toss away.
And I think we need to impress upon China that there are steps that we will have to take in the absence of more effective Chinese action that would increase our naval presence in the region, that would increase our anti-missile presence in the region, and that it will be necessary to implement secondary sanctions. And I think that we are at the point where we need to start utilizing that very powerful financial tool as we did with Iran. I thought it was a good, but I would advise the administration to be very careful about any miscalculation. We're dealing with an erratic regime, a young, inexperienced leader who murders members of his own family. And I think the best approach for the administration is to bring maximum pressure to bear diplomatically on China as well as North Korea, but otherwise to walk softly and carry a big stick.